Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while since I've actually sat down and filmed me playing with some makeup, which is a little bit crazy. I have recently put up my full palette collection and declutter. I did declutter a lot of palettes, so I will link that down below in case you're interested. It is a very, very long one. Hopefully this one won't be as long today. We are going to be diving into the new Gourmande Girls and Doodles by the Bunny Silent Night palette. I did very kindly receive this in PR and I'm excited to dive in because there's yellows and blues. So guys, if you don't know, Gourmande Girls are a lovely US-based indie brand and they do collabs from time to time with Doodles by the Bunny, and she's fantastic as well. I will link both of them down below so you can check them out. Like I said, I did receive this in PR and I do have an affiliated code if you want to buy anything from Gourmande and save some pennies. Look at this colour story. I think we need to dive into some close-ups and swatches. So of course, this is their holiday release for this year. I love the packaging, as you will have seen from the close-ups and swatches. It is absolutely beautiful. I definitely want to play around with some yellow and blue today. Maybe not so much the neutral tones in this, but I like the fact that we go from really light to really dark. We do have some mid-tones and we have a variety of shimmers, which makes me very happy, and I love it when they do the packaging in this shape and style, and it does come with a sleeve. Now this is cruelty free and it does have a 12-month shelf life, and I think we need to stop waffling on and actually put this on my eyeballs. I am just going to be priming with my Natasha Denona eye base, and I don't have a plan. I have no idea what look I'm going to do. Probably something dramatic, deep in the outer corner, that type of thing. It's been a little while. A little bit rusty, not gonna lie, and I don't really feel like I've done any Christmas looks this year so far. So it looks like we've got 9 mattes in this palette and the rest are shimmers, and there are 14 shades. I like the combination of blue and yellow, so that's definitely what I want to be sticking with today. We have some options for depth, guys, for the outer corner. Like I said, I'm not going to stick to the more neutrally ones. These two up here look neutral, this does. So I'm thinking this is a nice deep blue, so is this one called Child, and we do have a black. And the blacks from Gourmande Girls are usually very, very pigmented. But I'm going to start out with a deep blue, I think, and I'm going to go for Child, which is this one here. So I'm going into Child and I just want to pack that, let me get the hair out of the way, on the outer corner. And I think I am going to be going into some yellow toward the inner corner. That just makes the most sense to me. Look at that pigment. And I do really appreciate that they have done something a little bit different for Christmas. It's not green and red. I like that it's a little bit of a different take and that it's blue and yellow, but packing that in the outer corner is giving me all of the depth that I want out there. I will say the only thing that I am missing from this colour story, to be honest, would be a really light blue matte. If we took out one of the blue shimmers, I think a light blue matte would have been absolutely fantastic and just made the palette a little bit more versatile and able to go in different ways, because these deep blues are delicious, but a lighter one as well would have just been the cherry on the cake for me. I'm going to take that same shade as well a little bit onto the lower lash line, just so it wraps around and connects and doesn't stop abruptly. And then I am just going to slightly blend on the edges with no product, just to start on a little blend out here. And I see, this is what I mean. I would have really loved a light blue in this palette, especially like a pastel blue to go in the inner corner and to blend out the deeper blues. But I think I'm going to have to use a lighter brown. I think I'm going to use maybe a little combination of All Is Calm, which is more of a mid-tone brown, and the light brown called Heavenly. So the tiniest little bit on the edge of that mid-tone brown to begin with, and then I'll go in with that lighter brown to work on a blend out here. Going into that Heavenly shade, I just want to make sure it actually looks quite blended and seamless, you know, not too choppy and weird, so I definitely needed to pull something in to blend out this deep blue, but I will of course go back in with that deep blue and go through the different shades to make the blend how I want it to look. I never just do it once. Okay, so far we're looking very deep and dramatic and dark in the outer corner, which makes me very happy. Then I want to go into that bright yellow. So the bright yellow is called Mother, and it is this one here, and it looks stunning. So that's just going to be packed all toward the inner corner, I think. But we do have a matte white as well, so I'm thinking maybe matte white in the inner corner, like in the very inner corner. So going into Mother, and I just want to pack this. I do love the combination of blue and yellow together, like, I'm hoping that whilst I'm filming, my cat is not downstairs destroying the Christmas tree. Anybody else get that little feeling? I think the tree is unattended. You have pets or children that could be dismantling it as you speak. Okay, we're going to go into the matte white called Snowy, and we're going to stick it in the inner corner because I do love a matte inner corner. Let's just pop that here. Okay, it's definitely visible. It is not the most pigmented white I've ever used, but it is a good one. Now it's time for some shimmers, and I haven't actually swatched this as you are watching this right now, but we have some beautiful options. What is this piece? Look, oh, that is like a white blue, and it is very intense and sparkly. Then we have Festive. Oh, okay. Starry. Oh, okay. I currently don't know what I'm going to be using. Then we have Frosty. Ooh, that's got a pink and a blue shift, and it's also a white. Am I going to be using Bright, which is the gold? Probably not. It's going to be one of these. So I'm going to take Starry on my finger, which was this one. It looks insane. And we're just going to... Okay, I've got a little bit of fallout, but that's my fault. I picked up a lot. That is so reflective and metallic looking. It is stunning. I think I'm going to take a little bit of Peace toward the inner corner, which is that one there, just to brighten up that inner corner even more, because I don't think that matte white is quite as bright as I was hoping. But it'll be a perfect blending out shade. And of course, if it's Christmas time, you want as much glitter and sparkle as humanly possible. And maybe take a little bit of Festive, which was the other blue. Look, I can't be stopped with these blues. These blues are actually incredibly, incredibly beautiful shimmers. And although they look fairly similar in the pan, once you swatch them, you can definitely see the difference. I think that's going to be more or less it for the eyeshadow. Let me work on all the blending and all of that stuff, put some lashes on, and then we'll come back, see the final look, and I'll let you know my first impressions of the palette. So guys, this is the finished look. Look, the lashes are not stuck on perfectly. It's been a little while, I'm not going to lie. This eye is really, really irritating me with the lashes. But I think the look came together overall, and I feel like it's a nice take on Christmas. It's something a little bit different. Blue and yellow. It's like a starry night sky. I really like the look I was able to come up with today. I've got so much depth and drama in my outer corner, which makes me very, very happy. And then I've got some nice contrast with that yellow. What do I think to this palette? I always love the Gourmande palettes and Doodles by the Bunny collaborations. I think they are the best that the brand has ever come out with. I like this colour story, I like the packaging and the theming. I think it's fantastic for winter. I think the only thing that I'm missing personally is a light pastel blue. That would have been the cherry on the cake for me, just so I can blend out the other deeper blues. Even a mid-tone blue instead of two deep ones would have worked a little bit better for me. Personally, I would have swapped out one of these deeper blues for a mid-tone or a lighter blue. That would have been fantastic. I don't particularly need 4 neutral matte shades in a palette. I know some people love it. I'm just talking my personal preference. You might absolutely love that there's neutral options in this palette. I didn't need to even go into the black. I've got a lot of depth and deepness, grammar, English in my outer corner, so I didn't need to dip into the black, but I think this is a stunning palette. The standout shades in this for me are the 2 blue shimmers. They are insanely beautiful. I do wish the white would have been just a little bit more pigmented, just so I could have really made an impact in that inner corner, but I think the standouts for me definitely in this palette are the shimmers. They are spectacular. Obviously I haven't used every single shade in this palette, but I will use it some more before I come to give my final thoughts. But for me, it's the same good quality that I'm used to from Gourmande girls. I just wish there'd have been one or two lighter mattes, maybe even a pastel yellow, pastel blue. But that's just me being picky and telling you my specific preference. But I hope you found this first impressions helpful and you like the look. Please do let me know what you think. Are you planning to pick anything up from the brand? If you do, don't forget to use my code or someone else's code to save yourself some pennies. And I think that's more or less it. Like I say, I haven't filmed for a while. I can't remember if there's anything else I'm supposed to be telling you. I have no idea. I am supposed to be filming my top 15 palettes of 2023, so that should be coming soon. So please do subscribe if you are interested in that. Like I say, I will link down below my most recent and extremely long palette collection and declutter. And I will also link below my socials as well as my YouTube membership and my Patreon group, just in case you want to join in the fun. And hopefully guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!